This presentation is about how invasive species affects the ecosystem as well as human well-being. What are invasive alien species, or IAS? So, invasive alien species are non native species that threaten ecosystem habitats or other species. They are either brought in intentionally, meaning like for different reasons, solely kind of like pest control, or they can be brought in accidentally. Currently, there are 50,000 non native species in the US, but only about 4,300 of them are considered invasive. And those below are some examples of invasive species from the article.
Regulating services are ecosystem services that involve the benefits that result from regulating ecosystem processes, such as pollination, climate, water, and soil. Many invasive species maintain these services. For example, non-native honeybees help pollinate in areas without native honeybees. By contrast, non-native mosquitoes in Asia and the Americas have spread infectious diseases, such as yellow fever and dengue fever. Provisioning services are ecosystem services that directly involve a physical material from the ecosystem used by humans, such as food, timber, fresh water, and fuel. Some invasive species improve ecosystem services, while others are harmful. For example, water hyacinth in Lake Victoria has blocked waterways, damaged water supply intakes, and spread waterborne diseases. On the other hand, a type of invasive tree in Florida improves honey production.
IAS affect many aspects of modern society, including recreation, beauty, and culture. IAS affect recreation by causing parks and other sources of tourism to be closed and damage the ecological balance in these areas. Beauty is affected through ecological space invasion unappealing to the eye or even noise pollution emitted by these species. Lastly, IAS are oftentimes used in cultural rituals, but the effects are still hard to quantify.
Some benefits of an invasive species are that they can help the economy by being sold or made into other objects, like medicine or being sold for firewood. Another benefit is that it can help the production of other materials or objects, like a tree helping the production of honey.
So once adding invasive alien species of shrub and tree into the South African ecosystem, there are some positive and negative gains. There's a lot of different services that were impacted by this. Just to name a couple, fiber, fuel, and fresh water. So fiber had a positive and a negative with more building and paper supplies, but less flowers and grass for the industries. Fuel had more wood and charcoal, and fresh water had 30% less water available. In the Great Lakes, zebra mussels were added as an invasive alien species because of their extremely efficient filter feeders that increase water clarity, but there was also many negative side effects that came with this, like the aesthetics where they cover beaches and boats, leading it to look bad. And water purification, they also change the nutrients, and it leads to cyanobacteria blooms.
In the Hawaiian case study, the effects of the feral boar invasion are explained. This invasion began when feral pigs mated with European boars and have since taken over Hawaiian forests. This invasion affects many cultural services, but the two most quantified are food and recreation. Oftentimes, the boars venture away from forests into crop fields and destroy the crop. These boars also destroy fragile ecological areas and parks, causing closure to visitors.
One control measure to help stop the spread of invasive species would be mechanical control. The use of machinery to cut, shred, lift, transport, and remove invasive plants. Another idea for another control method would be making sure vehicles and equipment are clean of invasive plants or seeds when traveling.
These are photos of invasive species in Lexington, Kentucky. Using long-term observations of impacts from previous invasions, researchers can learn to prevent the initial existence of these species instead of trying to get rid of them after they are already active. Although some ecosystem services are better understood than others, it has been made clear that no matter what, invasive alien species are the main reason for human-caused global environmental change, whether it be a negative or positive effect. Even though invasive alien species are the second main cause for endangerment and extinction of animals, benefits of these species are forever overlooked. For example, an invasive tree in Florida positively affects honey production, while on the other hand, water hyacinth has reduced fish quality and has helped spread waterborne diseases and etc. With that being said, the benefits of invasive alien species could outweigh the cons or vice versa depending on the person analyzing the results. This is important because in turn, the effects of invasive alien species also affects us humans, our air, and the world around us. In order to be able to measure when and why something is going wrong, we need to be able to be informed on what's causing the issue. We care because the effects could cause our country to lose or even sometimes gain money depending on the perspectives.